here we go. Okay, so just a heads up, when I'm starting in the guard, you're wondering about that first layer. The first thing I want to do before I actually go to my back is I want to get some type of grips, ideally. Sometimes I'll go to my back without doing that, but it's more because I'm playing in the gym and not worried too much about it. But if I was in competition, I would never go to my back without having some type of grips. So right here, I hooked up. Looking to grab your collar before I sit back. Okay, got your foot, so I just used the hips just off balance you. If I were you, going back to that, right here, you want to come in and you want to dominate that gripping game. So we'll see more examples of that coming up. Let's just keep going here. Okay, got that sweep. So the problem here is you want to win this gripping game. So right here is good. You're putting that lead foot forward. You're trying to establish that inside position with that lead leg, which is right. Now this foot, you need to push it down. Anytime I have my feet on your hips, which I have both feet on your hips right now, it's going to give you problems. So my hands, if I were you, think of my legs like grips, and just don't let me dominate you with my leg grip. So you're pushing those down constantly, and that'll make it tough for me to do anything. So right here, yes, you did that good. Now I got the far hook. This is bad. Don't ever let that happen right there. Because now what I can do is lean and get your back. Yes, yes. So just understand what that does. Is once I'm here and I get this far de la Hiva hook right here, bow. Now you cannot face me, so that is really bad. So left hand can stay fighting this foot, but this hand needs to help disconnect this foot. Back stepping, disconnect, step back and face me. Because right here is bad, and you see I sneak my foot in behind your knee, right here, boom, and I got the back. Again, stepping in, yes, the foot needs to be on the inside. You always want to pummel feet. Stepping in, look at dominate the grips. Now, me doing the egg beaters with my legs, your goal should be to step your inside foot in and get nice deep against my hamstring and then grab my upper body. Boom. As you're doing that, you should be pushing the feet down, which is good right here. Always working your way in closer. That's always a good thing. And now, here's the mistake you made right here. Your elbow. I have a clear path to your back if I get my leg out. So that arm is okay, but not if my knee is in. If you could drop your hip there, that'd be okay. So yeah, now I'm sneaking out to the back. Oh man, you're doing good balance here. You got out. Good. Now, not a bad leg drag attempt. Not bad. Not bad. The key with that, to make that better, is you had a good side to side. 1, 2, bam. Now, you need to make sure that knee gets to the other side of your armpit. So, if you would have just raised your hip or shoulder and chest up just a little bit, punched it through and then reclosed, or you can take and walk your legs and hips around this way as you start to work that. Also, you could slide this knee back under my hips and start to walk around that corner there, and that would give you a nice angle to try to finish that. But if I can get my hips square and pummel my foot in, that's how I get out. Bow right there. Boom, that's not bad. It's not bad. Now, yeah, just give me 1 second because I'm doing something for him. What do you need? What do you need? I'll get you one. So you leg drag here, that was good. Now, understand that if you do that leg drag right there, I'm going to be instantly countering. So you should already be anticipating this leg and have a move ready for that leg. And we can practice that. I'll show you a drill for that. Right here, it's just because you allowed me to get that foot on your hip and I can create space and get my knee back across there. That is going wrong here. Now look, this is bad. Oh, that's one of my favorite moves right there. Watch this. As we're here, bow. Now, what's happening is I have your collar. That's the problem here. If you allow that to happen, boom, that's always just going to be trouble. Even if you do good pass here, if I have your collar, I'll always be able to get my guard back. So I'm framing here, keeping my knee up. I have your collar to keep your posture broken, and that's what's keeping my guard for me. So whenever you stuff that, I would immediately reach up, break that collar, and then give a hard pass attempt. It's always good to break and then pass, break and then pass, bow. And when I let it go, that's when your head popped up and I swept you. Yeah, so man, one of the biggest themes that I can tell is going to be a thing the whole time is you being more assertive, getting your grips and breaking mine. You step in and try to dominate the passing situation instead of kind of waiting for me, because you need to fight to get deep into position and get your grips while also defending my grips. So it's just a skill you'll have to practice over and over again over time. It's good defense on this. No, wait, no, I know get you. Oh, sorry, yeah, man. Okay, so if you wanted to defend that choke, if you wrap your arms, just connect your hands over the top of my elbows, clamp your elbows together to pinch my elbows together, if that makes sense. That would defend that choke. And there's no way anyone could ever choke you there if you can defend by gable gripping, pinching your elbows right there.
That's okay.
So now, not bad. Stepping in is good. Now, hey, let's go back to that. So this leg was good. Step that leg in there. Now, right here, I'd be driving that knee more forward here, bringing up, getting a better base. Right now, you're really bent over. If you would bring that leg in and get more of a butt squat and head up to where your torso is more like this, then you would be a lot tougher to sweep and tougher to off balance. Right here, my goal is to have that De La Riva hook and stretch you out, keep you turned sideways. So the more you let me do that, and the more you're not trying to square up and drop your hips, the tougher it is on me. Now this is good inside position. Now we need to get going sideways. Not bad. On the back step, just make sure you're not always giving too much of your back. Oh. And that was another arm mistake. Your arm, see, my knee is in, or I have a frame in between us, so your hips aren't down and I can attack that arm there. That's a big thing you want to watch out for. I'm going to turn this into 2 parts. Kenny, I'm going to do the second part after this, so. We'll go to 5 minutes. So this is good. You need to be breaking that down, pushing that down, fighting, breaking that grip. It's all just a constant battle here. If you just don't worry about anything other than winning the grip situation, I think you'll have a lot of improved success. This is pretty good though. This is pretty good, pulling that knee back in. I like that. Oh man, I thought I was out. Boom. I'm here, I'm trying to balance. You got good heavy hips here. This is good. I was gonna try to sneak out the back, but you let your butt down. Now right here, pulling me in, that's not bad. If you're sub only or looking for hunting the submission or whatever, just be careful if your goal is to stay on top or things like that. We'll go 30 more seconds. Let's see what happens this next exchange. Leg drag. Not bad, yeah. Drag it across, get ready. Yes, with that second one. We're going to work on some of those drills. Because the leg drag, if it's not a hard, tight attempt, the other leg's always going to come back over. And if you're ready for it, it's tough to defeat that second side coming. So we'll talk about that. This is good, going sideways. Man, my goal, what I'm doing is getting my knees back in, and it's just because you're not fully committing, I think. Hey-oh, hey-oh. Not bad. Part 2 coming up. Wow.